Paul, it was about a year after our first meeting that you called me over. I was in the cafeteria at Gentex, and you called me over one time, and I so appreciated that you said, I'm seeing real changes in the people we're putting through. What are some of those changes that you've seen in them?
A renewed passion in everybody that's come through the program, inspiring others, making sure communication is done correctly, and currently all of the folks that have gone through it, the vast majority, have looked at the company and their interactions with Gentex differently. Much easier to coach, much easier to provide feedback to better leaders, better able to provide feedback to their staff. But mostly they talk about the relationship they've had with you and your team and their openness to learn about themselves. I mean, many of them still use this facility to come and have meetings.
Yeah.
I know that the relationships between members of the cohorts still exists. So it was something that I didn't know that we needed, but your prescription for leadership has worked very well with our culture.
Yeah. I know that Gentex takes very seriously investments of any kind and looks for many multiples of return on those investments. I also know this is really difficult to kind of measure, but speak to the value. How does this bring real value to Gentex?
I think the value is going to be in leadership retention and then leadership development. The leaders that have gone through the program are much more confident in their activities, much more confident in their leadership ability, and they choose leaders more effectively. We have in our leadership staff, we have a relatively low turnover, but I believe that the people that have gone through that will be with me for the rest of my career at the company, and they're just easier to work with and believe in the mission. And I think that Gentex already had a great culture, and I think that you found a way to take that culture and grow the great things about it and show, I think we can look at ourselves and look at our own failures or our own faults and work through those together.
If there's someone watching this right now that's considering putting their people into the program, what kinds of things would you tell them to consider and how they might do it and why it would be worthwhile?
Yeah, certainly it's an investment. And when an individual goes through a program like yours, it's going to change them. They're going to be more mindful of themselves in their interactions with others. This is very personal. The folks that go through this develop a relationship with a coach that they can share with, and the folks that have told me about it, not all of them do, but the ones that have told me about it, especially folks that I'm close with at work, said it's been very impactful on their lives. Again, with the three folks that we've experienced right now.
Is there anything else I should ask you, or is there anything else you'd like to share?
Roger, I would invite anybody that meets with you to get to know you. You are a genuine person, and you do exactly what you're going to say. I think I've grown to trust you and your company. There's been not one time where you've gone against your character or what you told us you were going to do for us. And I think that you and your team are very humble, and we're grateful that you're here in Zeeland, because there's not many companies like Leadership by Design and doing what you're doing.